Hi, I'm your host, Caitlin Winiger.
And I'm your other host, Addison Strawn.
Today, here on Channel 1 at the American History News Station, we are celebrating our 100th anniversary.
And to celebrate this anniversary, we're going to show you some of our most memorable newscasts in the past 100 years that we feel have most affected America's history. Hi, we're back here in western Kansas during the Great Depression. Another dust storm has just blown through, and it's just adding to the misery that the farmers already have. Up next, we'll show you the tragedy that this storm has brought on this town. Now we're back, and I'm about to show you an abandoned farmhouse that we found located on the outskirts of town. As you can see inside, the people have already taken their things out and are probably migrating to California. The house has been dustified. It's just been covered in dirt everywhere. There's dirt everywhere. It looks like this was their water supply. Obviously undrinkable. And here are the dirty rags. Well, now they're dirty, but the people use them as protectants for their faces and their windows to keep the dust out. And here are 2 cans of whole kernel corn left behind, probably because these were the only foods the safest to eat because they were completely sealed and no dust could get inside of them. Now we bring you to the back of this house, to the field that the farmer has left behind. As you can see here, most of the plants are going to look like this because of the lack of moisture and the wind blowing all of the topsoil away, leaving only dry soil. So as you can see, all of the few growing plants that are here, their fate will soon be the fate that this one had. And over here, we have found some leftover rabbits that weren't picked up after a rabbit roundup where they were beaten and killed. Even the snakes, who can usually withstand any weather conditions, are keeling over and dying. It's having a terrible effect on the farm animals, killing thousands of them, even the horses. And here I'll show you behind me an abandoned car that has obviously been robbed on the side of the road. As you can see, they've took everything, leaving this family with no car. That was one of my favorites.
Mine too. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Speaking of the Dust Bowl, I know that it caused many respiratory diseases such as pneumonia because of the constant inhaling of the dust that these people had to go through.
Respiratory diseases? That's funny because this next segment also talks about respiratory diseases. I'm outside Hutchinson Regional Medical Center where doctors have actually caused lung cancer tumors to recede. 4 years ago, 15 patients were injected with normal genes directly into their tumors. This is a form of gene therapy, a promising advance on the medical horizon. Out of 15 patients, 4 of the tumors have actually receded, and a total of 11 are still alive. They have lived far beyond what the doctors had predicted. Gene therapy has done other works as well. The very first human trials of gene therapy were done in 1990. They were done on a 4-year-old girl named Ashanti De Silva. She had a form of severe combined immunodeficiency, so basically she didn't have an immune system. Miraculously, gene therapy had cured her, and within a few weeks it had cured another patient as well. Cystic fibrosis is another target of gene therapy. Although it hasn't been completely cured, the gene has been successfully delivered and can even relieve the patient of the symptoms. But why were gene therapy trials proposed for cancer when there is already a treatment? Well, some patients have developed a resistance to chemotherapy, and it's not working like it should. Dr. James Merritt, a cancer specialist, is well on his way to treating head and neck cancers, which are the hardest to treat. You can see why there's so much excitement about this new method.
Wow, it sure has been a great 100 years, hasn't it?
It sure has.
These events, along with many other events in history, have really affected America these past 100 years.
Yes, they have. But we're out of time for today, so we can't show you any more. But if you stay tuned to this class, you'll learn about many other events that have affected American history.